Hello, good people. Welcome back to the Kuhb Games YouTube channel. We are bringing Water Week to a close, and as sad as that is, as fun as it's been, we are ending on a high note. We are playing some Bugroth OTK here. Getting into the deck, we do have 3 copies of the namesake, Amphibous Bugroth MK-3. We have 3 copies of Dekoichi, and I like this card for quite a few reasons. Obviously, this is a limiter removal deck, so that's another really good machine to use with limiter removal. Also just, helps you get into your combo pieces, the limiter removal, legendary ocean, some of your powerful spell cards, and it's also good under level limit area B, which we'll talk a little bit more about later. Obviously, it can't attack while level limit is up, but, you can just kind of stall your opponent out a little bit, gain a little bit of card advantage, get into all your stuff. I think it powers up the deck quite significantly in several ways. And then we are playing a spicy copy of Reflect Bounder. If we're gonna go out on a high note here on Water Week, we're gonna bring at least a little bit of spice here. Reflect Bounder, of course, can deal a bunch of damage to the opponent. It is a machine, so it works with limiter removal, and it's just a sweet card. Everybody loves a Reflect Bounder, right? We have 3 copies of Mama Bear. Of course, it can search out our Bugroth. It can also search out Mermaid Knight, so pretty good card here. Just help get some of the combo pieces. And then we have 1 copy of the aforementioned Mermaid Knight. Sometimes this is just a little bit better than the Bugroth, so opted to include 1 copy to go along with the Mother Grizzly package. Sometimes you just need to push a little bit of extra damage, and this card being able to attack twice without a limiter removal or united with standard mage power, sometimes this just pushes a little bit more damage than a Bugroth would, so happy to have 1 in the deck. Then we have some good cards, Breaker and Tribe, and then just built sort of like the Ben K decks. We have Cyber Jar and Morphing Jar in the deck. Basically, especially if you're playing level limit area B, sometimes you just stall your opponent out, flip one of these, you get all your combo pieces, then you kill them. So just really good at finding the pieces that you need to in the deck. Love to have these here. Unfortunately, Cyber Jar is not a machine, so it can't work with just like random limiter removal kills, but that's okay. Past that, of course, we have Trinity, Prima, Snatch, a couple of good power spells, equipped spells. We have United We Stand, Mage Power, and of course we have a Heavy Storm, a couple Noblemen of Crossouts. You really don't need a whole lot of removal in this deck because Amphibous Bugroth, of course, can attack directly, and if we're doing it right, it should be attacking for a whole lot at a time, but Knock, pretty good in those instances where you're not attacking directly. And, just a really good card. Clear those spies, get those moths out of there, get the Night Assailants gone. Love to have it. We have 3 copies of limiter removal. We don't really need to talk about this card. You all know how powerful it is. We have 3 copies of Giant Trunade to go with our Heavy Storm, because we definitely want to clear back row if we're going to be an OTK deck. So Giant Trunade fits the bill perfectly. We, of course, have 3 copies of a Legendary Ocean. I know we're a little bit lower on water monsters in this list. We only have 7 of them. But we do have to have Umi for Bugroth and Mermaid Knight to work. So we're playing all 3 Legendary Oceans and a Terraforming to search those out. We really want to get into them. I guess we have 8 water monsters, counting Tribe here. 8, 7, 8, 9. You get it. Numbers aren't real. And then we get to our 2 copies of level limit area B. And why is this in the deck whenever we're playing all level 4s other than the jars, you say? Well, a Legendary Ocean makes our Mermaid Knight and our Bugroth and our Mother Grizzly and our Tribe level 3. So we can still attack under this, under the right conditions, but we can stop the opponent from attacking us. So we don't have a whole lot of removal in the deck, but level limit area B actually helps out with like a little bit of a stall aspect to go with our Dekoichis, go with our jars, and we can just sit there and maybe we don't have a limiter removal, United We Stand, or Mage Power. We just sit there and poke for 17 every turn while the opponent can't attack. So level limit area B actually sneakily good in this deck. We do have Gravity Binds in the side if we get paired against an aggro deck or something like that. But that's why the level limits are in the deck. We have 3 traps. They're all power traps. We've got Ring of Destruction, Mirror Force, Call of the Haunted. Not really much to say about those. Getting onto the side, we've got a couple of my favorites. We've got 2 copies of Jowgen the Spiritualist for those pesky RGT decks. We have a copy of Mobius. We have the Little Swordsman of Ale in here. We've got Yomi Ship for the aggro matchups. We've got a couple of copies of Salvage. You could fit this in the main somewhere, but my idea is kind of like protect the Bugroth. Don't play it out until we're going to win, something like that. It is good for like repeated attacks if we're just like poking in for 17 over and over and then the opponent's going to kill it. But Salvage, I decided to just put in the side, mostly because the main deck space is really tight honestly. Like, I guess you could cut Reflect Bounder, but I like to have my little Reflect Bounder in there. Yeah, salvage in the side mostly for the attrition-y matchups where our monsters are going to be dying a whole lot, and then we can just kind of refuel and we can outlast all of the removal without having to have a giant Trunade or something. Got a couple of walks for burn, of course, couple of Book of Moons, a Mind Control. We have our MST in the side, and then of course the Gravity Binds that I talked about. The same reason as Level Limit Area B being in the deck. Love this card. That's gonna be the deck. See if we can get some good matches to close the week out. All right, here we are with the first match. Rock, paper, scissors randomizer has let me down. Speaking of down in the comments. Let me know what your favorite parts of Water Week were. Did a lot of cool things. I've been having a lot of fun doing this. So, and inversely, you know what? Let's make it fun. Tell me everything you hated. Did you feel like you were just subjected to torment all week, having to sit here and watch this dumbass on YouTube play a bunch of water decks? Here, we call this a water deck because we have Mother Grizzly here and we've got a bunch of darks. Very good opening hand here. But yeah, I just like to hear what you all have to say. I like to know what works, what doesn't work, all of that good stuff. Like I said before, I've been putting a lot more work into the channel, getting the content going, trying to up the quality a little bit here. I think, yeah, I'm just going to lead on Breaker. Break the back row, knock your face down monster, get in for some damage. Just a pretty solid turn one. Hope this isn't a chainable. It's a set level limit? Okay. Interesting. Had to reset Dueling Book really quick, but we are back. Looks like the opponent might be on PACMAN. Okay. Well, we're playing level limits too, so kind of okay with this. We'll set the Mirror Force and pass the turn. See what the opponent's got. Good old Golem Sentry. Love to see it. Okay. Another T set. We've got a Cyber Jar here, which is pretty nice. I think I kind of just want to... I kind of want to set Deco. I guess I could summon Mother Grizzly, but... let's just see if this attack goes through. You get the feeling they have some form of protection. Oh, we're going to bounce Breaker? Yeah. Yeah, we take those. This could very well be a Swarm of Scarabs or something, which isn't ideal for us, but Deco's the only machine I've got right now. I'm going to set the Deco. Oh, they forgot I could use the effect again. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. Love to, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, it's Lakuta? Okay. Sure. So we don't lose our monster. That's pretty cool. The opponent does get to draw with the Lakuta. We've got Camel Time going here. It's back. We'll see how much back row they want to set. They definitely haven't seen a Solemn Judgment yet, I would imagine. Unless we're seeing it now. They've just been setting one back row per turn. Okay, there's another monster. Yep, reset Lakuta. Makes sense. Graceful Charity. Okay. I like that. I think the first thing I'm going to do is flip up Deco, though. Just to get an extra draw for this Graceful Charity. Maybe we find the Heavy Storm. I get to draw extra cards too, opponent. Bugroth? Bugroth pretty good in this matchup. Alright, let's activate the Graceful Charity. See if this is good. Alright, Bugroth Ocean. No, there's Ocean. No bug just yet, though. What do we want to discard here? I think we can probably discard Cyber Jar. And we can get rid of Level Limit for sure. Yeah, so let's get rid of Level Limit. Let's get rid of Cyber Jar. Call the Haunted seems pretty good here. I just don't want to give the opponent a whole bunch of cards with the Cyber Jar is the thing. And can just go Breaker here, break one of these back row. Could Trunade and try to just clear both monsters. I don't hate that, honestly. Grab the tempo back here. Sure. Let's Giant Trunade. This lets us get down Mother Grizzly. We can hopefully take out both of the monsters. And that way, like, we're not fishing to try to hit the Gravity Bind. And then summon out the Mama Bear. I guess, is there any reason to buff it? Yeah, we can play the Ocean. I think that's fine. First things first, we get over this Lakuta and get the Camel out of here. And then hope this isn't a Golem Sentry? Scarabs. All right, awesome. So yeah, glad I got both of those gone. Let's just set Call of the Haunted. I don't think there's any reason to set Mirror Force here anymore. Yeah, we'll set the Call of the Haunted, and we're just going to pass the turn. And then, like, Mother Grizzly doesn't care about Gravity Bind, so we can actually just, like, attack and then figure out where we want to use the breaker, I think. Another limiter. We almost have, well, we have lethal here if breaker gets through. Oh, wait, we have mage power. Okay. I'm just going to summon breaker. See if this works out. Hit a random back row. Hopefully we hit a mirror force or something. That one. Judgment. Okay. So I'd imagine this is some sort of protection. Man. Yeah, we've got lethal if this goes through, so let's just get in there. Mama Bear. Attack over Scarabs. Breaker. Down to 4,800. Attack. Damage step. Any damage steps? It's been a while since I've asked for a damage step on screen or on recording. I'm just making sure it's okay. I know technically they've taken the damage, so they've already verbalized, not verbalized, they've already said it's okay to go to the damage step, but okay, go ahead. Here is limiter removal. And here is limiter removal. And that is going to do it? Yeah, all right. We got in there. No! No! Opponent. We got to do cool things against PACMAN. Oh well, that's okay. We're gonna leave it in. This is the deck doing its thing without the Bugroth. That was pretty cool. It just kind of shows like that you don't even care about the floodgates. Like even if they had played their level limit or whatever, or if they had a gravity bind, we just kind of ran over everything. But yeah, let's get a few more. All right, here we are with match number 1.5. Always love to show off PACMAN, so we've got to leave that first one in here. Just to show there are some PACMAN players out there. Unfortunately, I think we just have a very good PACMAN matchup. PACMAN tends to struggle against the Ocean decks, that is for sure. We're actually playing against a good player, Pot the Master. Definitely a good goat format player. And yep, Upstart 100% of the time draws Pot of Greed, as you see here. Anecdotes are substantial evidence, right? Into Graceful Charity, sure. At least we haven't seen a Thunder Dragon yet. Oh, there goes Thunder Dragon. 2 of them off the Graceful Charity, actually. Okay. Alright, we'll gain another 1,000. Our opponent has drawn all of the cards. And we've got a face-down monster. And a back row. The old T-set pass. No, we have another back row. Okay. When draw United, we stand. Alright, well, I'm just going to go ahead and lead on Delinquent Duo here. And we'll drop down to 9,000 life points off of that. Let's go ahead and hit this card. Tribe, okay. And the third copy of Thunder Dragon. That's so funny. Our opponent never activated Thunder Dragon, and there are 3 Thunder Dragons in their graveyard. That's pretty awesome. Alright, Gravekeeper Spy, that's totally fine. Knock. Okay, that's not fine, but I guess we'll live with it. Can I get the Decos out of the opponent's deck as well? Okay, we summon a Sangan, that's fine. We're going to take 3,400 here. We have Heavy Storm, and honestly, like, Bugroth is bigger than all of these monsters. So we'll see if the opponent's on... Solemn Judgment here. Because I am just going to go ahead and slam this Heavy Storm. Desert Sunlight. Okay. Sure. Okay. That's fine. Yeah, go get yourself another Gravekeeper Spy. That's okay. Everything goes to defense. Yeah. Uh-huh. I'm just gonna suit up my Bugroth with United We Stand and start attacking over spies. Like, it beats the entire board. So, yeah. Here's my bug. Here's this. Hiya. Get over spy. I guess it gains defense too, right? All right. And pass the turn. Hopefully the opponent doesn't draw an out to our little bug here. Hopefully we draw an ocean. That would be the best. Yeah, we're going to attack Sangan into Bugroth. That makes sense. Take 1,300. Go get ourselves a flip effect monster. Maybe a Night Assailant here. Tsukuyomi. Okay. Yeah, Tsukuyomi stops this as well. At least stops me from taking out the spies one by one. Tsukuyomi can't actually attack over Bugroth. We find a second bug. Okay. Okay. I think I might just set it, honestly, and play a level limit. Sure. Yeah, let's just lock this board down. If we find an ocean, then we're kind of off to the races, right? Because we can flip up our bugs. They'll be big enough, or they'll be small enough to get under level limit. Okay, we lose our level limit. That's no big deal. Unfortunately, Breaker can attack over the bugs. Oh. Okay. Well, you know you can't attack over this one. So, take 100, thank you. I think our opponent may have forgotten how big the butt on this thing is. It is 1,300. It is larger than the attack of Gravekeeper Spy. Yep. And then you're going to be taking 100 one more time. All right, deck. Ocean, we did it. I don't think I want to snatch this Breaker, because like now Breaker can't attack over either of these. We know there's a Tsukuyomi in hand that we just don't care about. I guess Breaker can attack over this when they Tsuk it down. I just don't think I'm supposed to snatch Breaker. Just save it for a Chaos Monster or something. They summon Tsuk, they kill one of these. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, okay. I guess I could attack over the Breaker, right? I don't hate that, honestly. Yeah. Let's just attack into the Breaker, kill it, so that way they can't Tsuk one of these down, and then just attack directly. We can leave the spies here. It's not really that big of a deal. Take 1,700. If they get into a Chaos Monster, we'll hope it's Chaos Sorcerer. We can take it with Snatch Steal. Card Destruction. Never mind. No, we can't. All right. We lose our Snatch. Oh, a little Mama Bear action? Okay. Let's see what they get here. Spies going back to defense. Okay. We see a couple of back row. Do we have any Mirror Forces over there? Mirror Force is not in the graveyard. Yeah. All right. I'll play this conservatively. Let's just attack with one Bugroth. Okay, yeah. Ring of Destruction, that's fine. We still get in for 1,700, so that's pretty cool. I'm going to set Mama Bear, set the Mirror Force, pass the turn. Spy can't attack over Mother Grizzly, which is worth noting here. The opponent does have a face down now. Yeah, I think I'm just going to attack with Bugroth. Call it a day. Because if this is a Night Assailant, they have to deal with Bugroth. And then there's, you know, potentially Mother Grizzly just gets a third copy. We do still have another copy in the deck, so let's just pass the turn. We also have Tribe to come down to clean some stuff up if we needed to. We've got protection with Mirror Force. I feel pretty good about this one. Moth. Okay. It's pretty good. A little bit of a desperation attempt here, of course, but, you know, you got to do what you got to do. It is still powerful. We've only got 15 cards left in the deck, so pretty high chance of hitting a Chaos Monster here. But if it doesn't, and you don't find an answer to a Bugroth, you are dead. D-E-D, dead. All right, Morphing Jar in the main. We're discarding Night Assailant as well. Okay. What are we getting back with this Night Assailant? And get back Spy? Sure. Fine with that. Got a nice Tribe Infecting Virus just chilling here. Waiting to eat some spies. Did we get a Chaos Monster? An MST would do it. Breaker's already gone. Mirror Force obviously would be very good as well. We're thinking Heavy Storm. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We're going to chain a Raigeki break here. Kill my Mama Bear? No. Okay. Okay, it was Solemn Judgment. Okay, so we lose our Mirror Force. We know one card in hand is Spy. So I'm not too worried here. We'll reset the stats on this guy. What you got, Pot the Master? You are the master, so. Spy to attack position. Spy to attack position. Okay. Interesting. Both of them to attack position. Run over Mother Bear. Mama Bear, Mother Grizzly, whatever. I kind of just want to get another Bugroth in case we draw into another ocean. Sure. Could have gotten another Grizzly, but now, like, yeah. Sork BLS. Sork, I'm hoping for Sork. Yeah. Tribe can take out both, or like all of these. Oh, get rid of the Moth. Okay, cheeky little play here. It's not going to work out for you, opponent, because I do have Tribe Infecting Virus in my hand. We're going to slam that. Take out all these spellcasters. We're going to pick up game one. All right. Okay, so here we are against Turbo. We're going to bring in our Minecon, and that might be it. That might be it. I mean, I like kind of all of the cards in the main already against Turbo. I guess I don't really like Reflect Bounder, but maybe I need to leave it in because it is a machine. The level limits are still totally fine, I think. Could cut them. No, I'm not cutting Mama Bear. Let's just cut the Reflect Bounder. Yeah, let's do that and call it a day, I think. The opponent is playing Solemn Judgment, but that's okay. We've still got our Heavy Storm and our Giant Trunades. Yeah, Solemn Judgment can work in our favor as well, so I'm pretty okay with this. Let's run it, see if we can pick up this game 2 and 3. That was a pretty sick game for Bugroth. You saw like the little just like incremental attacks getting in there, whittling the opponent down to the point where we can get them. All right, game 2. All right, we've got Ocean with a mermaid and a mage power. That's pretty sick. Yeah, we'll gain 1,000 here. Opponent did get a little unlucky in that game where they drew all of their Thunder Dragons. But, you know, it's going to happen sometimes. We just see a little T-set and a pass. The bug. The bug is here. We have a Call of the Haunted too? Oh, man. I want to be greedy, but I'm not going to be greedy. I'm just going to summon the bug. I'm going to play down an Ocean. Solemn Judgment this, please. All right. I'm not going to equip it with anything. I'm just going to get in a little poke for 1,700. Where is your Gravekeeper Spy now? I kind of want to set everything. Set up for a big turn on the next turn. We lose out to Heavy pretty hard. So I guess I just don't have to do that. I'll set the ring. We'll leave the call. The first attack got through. Okay. Okay, we lose the ring. That's not really that big of a deal. The opponent did have a Serpent, but it's okay. It's okay. We have our Call of the Haunted to get back this Bugroth if something happens to it. Which, I guess Zombra attacks over it, doesn't it? Okay, that's fine. Any limiter removals? I guess we have to set this call first and have to have that work out. The opponent did not get back their Serpent there. Okay, now we have a backup Ocean. Yeah, but the opponent has more back row now. So I'm just going to set the Call of the Haunted and pass here. MST, okay. Call down. We do have this Mermaid Knight with a Mage Power, though the opponent's not flipping their monster. It could be a Knight Assailant. It's not a Sangan. It's Moth, okay. Also makes sense. Get back the upstart here. Sure, gain 1,000, but the opponent picks up a +1, so... Well, I mean, I was going to say we could just get buried in card advantage here, but that didn't work out last game for the opponent, did it? All right, Giant Trunade or a Heavy Storm. Even Mermaid Knight here is not doing a whole lot with the Mage Power. Level limit, okay. I don't hate that one. Do I want to attack with the Mermaid Knight? Like, I could take out both of these. Just start working on the opponent's field a little bit. Sure, I'll summon the Mermaid Knight. See if this works out. Just get something a little bit going. I don't think draw go without, like, you know, advancing the board at all is going to help out. But here, let me... Let's attack over... It doesn't really matter. If they've got something for Mermaid Knight, they're going to do something about it here. All right, so they take 14. They're down to 49. But we've lost our ring. We've lost our Call of the Haunted. All right, we'll pass the turn. I still think it's fine to hold the Mage Power there. We do put Dark Light in the opponent's graveyard, but, you know, we've got a level limit here. Just chilling, holding down the fort. Never mind. There's a Pro Set Heavy from the opponent with Solemn Judgment backup. Okay. Could die here. Yeah, Thunder Dragon. Okay. What are those last two cards in hand? Deco, sure. I have another Ocean, so, like, if something happens where, I don't know, the opponent doesn't play anything, a Sura Priest? Alright. Well, that was bad for me. And that's our only Mermaid Knight. Maybe we draw Premature Burial? Oh, they didn't play anything. Prima? My own Deco. Alright. I'm down to set that, I think. They didn't play anything. So they have a Sura Priest, double Thunder Dragon? That's what we know about? And Serpent. Okay. Let's flip Deco here. The bug? The bug? Limiter? No, level limit. Okay. I mean, my hands are clearly tied. I'm just going to play level limit, I think. We'll wall up a little bit. We need one more piece. A limiter does it. United We Stand probably does it. Haven't done the math yet. I could summon and poke for 17, but I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to pass the turn. Because right now we've got 17, 3,200. So United We Stand doesn't quite do it. It only adds 13. Okay, but Heavy Storm's gone for the opponent. They're at 49. Yeah, Serpent, Thunder Dragon. So we only know about... No! Duo! Alright. Got maybe a little greedy. Damn. Ocean or Mage Power? Probably keep the Ocean, because now random pokes from Bugroth could be good enough here. We were going to draw the United We Stand. Okay. Yeah, we'll pass the turn. So, like, I could have gotten the opponent down, you know, I could have done 3,200, I guess, which would have put them at 17, but was waiting on just, you know, one more little piece to be able to go in, try to get the opponent dead, but it looks like we're going to lose here. And that's how it be sometimes. Sometimes you try to pick your spots for the combo deck to go in there. Sometimes it doesn't work out. Especially against the opponent with a whole bunch of card advantage, but I feel like just going in on a small Bugroth there while the opponent already has Chaos set up, it's just... We're going to get them close, and we're not going to be able to finish them off, and then we're just going to lose the game, because we'll lose all of our things as long as they have an answer to any of it, pretty much. So, I think it was alright. Here... I mean, yeah, I guess we'll snatch the Deco and try. All right. Throw United We Stand on it. And let's attack over one of these spies. I think we're just going to lose, but, you know. We'll see. We'll see. The opponent is at 2,900. They're going to go back up to 3,900. Yeah, they get their Serpent back. They have 8 billion cards in hand. They just need to answer this. Tribe, that'll do it. All right. We'll go into game 3. We got close in that one. We just needed a limiter removal or something else that turn. And we would have been able to take it out or take it down with our bug. So all right. Let's see if we can pick up this game 3 here. Come on, deck. Good hand. Pot of Greed. Limiter removal. with a Graceful Charity. Okay. Okay, I don't hate this. We got a nice little Heavy Storm action here too. Second limiter. Any machines? The Bug. Okay, we don't have a legendary Ocean just yet, but that's okay. That is okay. Send Mirror Force to the graveyard. I want to keep my knock and the Mind Control, I think. Just going to get rid of Call of the Haunted. Sure. Get rid of Call of the Haunted, and I'm actually just going to pass the turn. Yeah. Go ahead. I don't have any pressure. You don't have to do anything. I do need something else, though, because double limiter is not enough. With Bugroth, that's only 6,000 damage. Only 6,000 damage. Let's see what we can get ourselves into here. Level limit. Okay. That's interesting. I think I'm just going to knock the first face down. Use the Mind Control in the second. Sure. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. Spy, sure. Yeah, that's not one that I really want to Mind Control because I just have to give it back. Okay, so I wonder if they have another Spy in hand. I'm just going to pass the turn again. We got a lot of outs for lethal here. We have quite a few outs for lethal. Another face down monster and a pass. Come on, deck. Mama Bear. Okay. Mama Bear is not bad. That's a monster that I can summon. Get a little bit of chip damage in. And could get me into another machine to go for lethal with these limiter removals. Alright, let's Mind Con whatever this is. Deco. Okay. Alright. Pretty happy about that one. All good. Make sure this is good before I draw a card. Oh, okay. Okay. Alright. Get in there, Mama Bear. Saku, that's fine. That's fine. Here, you can have this back, opponent. You can have it back. I still think, do we have lethal over that? We very well may. No! Come on! And they hit the limiter. Come on, man. That's so sad. Alright. We just had big lethal on the next turn. Oh well. Oh. Ocean? Hold on here. So we'll get... Monster against 500. Okay. So 17, 27, 54. It's still not big enough. All right, we need one more thing. I'm just going to pass the turn again. Duo's gone. If the opponent flips him off, I'll just crash out and... We'll be done here and never play this game again. No! Come on. Yeah. All right. I get it. Take out the other. We're going to reroll. Sure. Mage power. Sure. So I'm going to get rid of Ocean. I really need to keep the Heavy Storm around. That's so sad, man. I guess the only, like, silver lining here is the opponent's at 6,000 now. But, we were so close. Okay. Pot of Greed. All sins could be absolved. We'll see. You know, we've been showing weakness this entire time. Like, we don't have anything going on. Maybe they solemn this. They don't. Okay. Trunade and United We Stand. It's only 4,600. It's the wrong equip spell. Okay. I'm gonna set Trunade and pass the turn. Man, we need the other limiter. We can still win if we find the other limiter. Yep, Moth to defense. That's fine. Take 1,400. No big deal. I'm not worried about that. All right, deck limiter. Duo. Duo's not amazing. I'm just gonna set it without shuffling so they know that that's the new card we drew. All right, we're only taking 1,400 here. Beautiful. Chaos is not online. Getting duo twice. All right, deck. Limiter removal. Ring. How much damage can I deal? Is the question. We can make it 23, 46. The opponent goes to 14. Oh, please work. Oh, please work. Please work. Slam down this heavy storm here. Yeah, no response. No, we can't attack directly. Oh, no, I can't attack directly. Oh, no, I'm going to need the opponent to help me out? Damn. Because this is... Yeah, 23, 46. So we can deal 32. No, the opponent goes to 28. Yeah. Well, we're not quite there. Unfortunately, I just miscalculated here. Maybe it works out. Maybe it works out. We'll see. If I take 14, can force a draw? Okay. I definitely shouldn't have heavy stormed there. It just completely slipped my mind that I didn't have a legendary ocean here. Oh, yes! That's gotta do it, right? Hold on, hold on. So we go 23, 46. Yes! Summon the bug. 2300 limiter removal. 4600 limiter removal. I did everything in my power to lose this game. And we got bailed out with a third copy of limiter removal. We call it Bugroth OTK. There's your Bugroth OTK. Wow. What a match. This was insane. Double duo, just like ripping our hand apart. I'm like, no, where are all my cards going? Sometimes you get there. Sometimes you top deck the limiter removal at the last possible moment and you take the opponent out. This match was sick, but yeah, we're definitely going to get another one. All right, we are here. The final match of Water Week. Still riding the high, top decking that limiter removal in that last game. And honestly, like, that match is part of the reason why I still do the live duels like I do. I know people have recommended I would play better if I just played the matches myself and then did recordings of replay analysis, and that's true. That's true. I would definitely play better, would make fewer mistakes if I did it that way, but you'd miss all of like the raging with the delinquent duo and the reaction to drawing the limiter in real time. It feels more entertaining. It's more fun for me. And I hope by extension it's fun for you all as well. So I'm gonna keep doing it like this. Here, we've got a pretty good hand. A limiter removal would go pretty hard. Unfortunately, we drew a second ocean, but I just flip up this deco, get ourselves another draw. Okay, I don't hate knock either. Knock's pretty good. Let's go ahead and play out one of our oceans. I'm gonna go ahead and summon Bugroth here. Get in as much damage as we possibly can early on. We've got a premature burial to bring this back if something happens to it. We also have giant Trunade to go with a premature burial, so that's pretty nice. But we'll knock our opponent's monster here. We're going to be getting in for 3,100. And is almost the entirety of their life points. I guess limiter removal wouldn't have done it. But, you know, would obviously go a long way here, especially knowing that we have giant Trunade. And Heavy Storm is back up here. And we'll just go ahead and pass on over the turn. So we get rid of our opponent's Spirit Reaper. Interesting. Don't know what we're playing against just yet. Ring of Destruction would be good here. Limiter would be good. United We Stand would be good. Mage Power. We got a lot of good draws now that we've dealt a good chunk of damage to our opponent. The OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Goat. Let's see what they've got here. They're in the tank a little bit. Anything good, opponent? Hopefully not. You see, a back row and a pass? Alright, deck, you know what to do. Mama Bear? Does that do it? 16, 33, 47. Now we're 200 short. Okay. That's fine. I think I'm going to go ahead and Trunade here then. make sure this attack goes through, make sure I don't get hit with, Torrential Tribute or Mirror Force. And play Mama Bear out. All right, we are just off of lethal here. Unfortunate, but it's okay. We have Heavy Storm as a follow-up. If someone, if someone, like, who else is going to be in here in this game doing something to the Bugroth? If our opponent deals with our Bugroth, then we can always, like, Heavy Storm, Premature Burial it back, attack indirectly because we do have this extra ocean here. So, feel pretty good about this one. What else you got, opponent? Because you haven't done much this game. There's a back row, sure. Another back row, okay. All right, I mean, I can't imagine we lose here, especially with having another normal summon. There's just no way. All right, go ahead and slam down this Heavy Storm. Yeah. Wabaku? What? What? Okay. Good old main deck Wabaku. I guess that's a way. Yeah, okay. All right. Let's put this in defense position. I don't think I'm going to put Mama Bear in defense position just in case there's like a Sasuke or something over there. Probably not with a Wabaku and a Gravity Bind, but I mean, Wabaku main deck, you never know, right? Let's pass the turn. Oh, we lose our ocean. That's fine. Forgot to take that off the field, sorry. That's okay. We have a backup ocean, of course. Oh, no, it's a 200. We've got to be able to deal 200 damage, right? We'll see. Maybe the opponent just draws, like, all of the battle traps. Oh, okay, Ring of Destruction. There we go. There we go. Delicious. Thunder of Ruler? Okay. All right. Sure. Are we playing against Final Countdown? I bet we are. I bet we are. Okay, well, I'm just going to set this ring and pass the turn. Hope that's not a Solemn Judgment from the opponent. I haven't seen a Thunder of Ruler outside of Kuhb in a while. Okay, I'm just going to activate the ring here now. This has to be Solemn Judgment or a Book of Moon. It is indeed a Solemn Judgment. Okay. Okay. This opponent's going to 100. Reflect Bounder. Okay. Eventually, we've got to outlast all these things, right? I'm going to go ahead and play my ocean out. Just in case there's like Scapegoat or something over there. We want to make sure that we're attacking over that. And you know what? I don't think there's a Sasuke over here. I'm actually going to put this in defense, and I'm going to attack with the Deco to protect this from potential Mirror Force. Oh, Gravity Bind? Well, let me tell you how that's not going to work, opponent. Bugroth. It is a level 3. Any concessions? Start a BP. You got it. Okay. All right, well, I'm getting in there. Sure. They got to do something about this Mama Bear and this MK3, though. Because these are attacking through Gravity Bind. Frozen Soul. Oh, yeah. All right. All right. I will enter the battle phase. I know this ruling. Tyler Tabban taught me well. I entered my battle phase. It was skipped. So it's kind of a rule sharky thing in case you all don't know how that works. If you activate Frozen Soul, it says your opponent skips their next battle phase. Your opponent has to declare that battle phase to skip it. So if your opponent never goes to the battle phase, then they skip their next one. A lot of people got with judge rulings at a certain YCS because of that. So I'm going to enter the battle phase. Threatening Roar. You got it? All right, how about a nice little Delinquent Duo? Let's hit the middle card, I guess. Eventually, we will outlast these. Yeah, there's the final count. Oh, yeah, they can't even play the final countdown. Okay. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, they can't play the final countdown because they don't have 2,000 life points to spend. I don't know how on earth they win here, then. I'd imagine we just blow away the final countdown deck. But maybe not. I did have Decrees in this deck originally. and I don't now. Okay, this is lethal. We did it. Main phase 1. Battle phase. Attack directly. We got him. Okay. Final countdown, you say. Are we going to bring in the Mobius? Probably bring in Swordsman, actually. Doesn't seem that bad to me. Do we want Book of Moons? Probably not. We might want Mind Control. They're going to be setting stuff. We definitely want MST. We can get rid of Level Limit. That's not going to do anything. Mirror Force, probably. Knock, still probably good. We want our True Nades. Snatch still can get out. Probably just make those changes. Maybe I guess I could keep the Morphing Jar and the Cyber Jar just to well, I don't want any of these other cards is the thing. Okay. Yeah, I'll leave them in. We'll just make a note to be extra careful with them. Obviously, we don't want to be giving our opponent a whole bunch of cards. We got the PACMAN in this video. We got an epic finish against Turbo in the video. We get Final Countdown. I don't think I've ever had Final Countdown in one of my videos, like playing against it. I know I've done a Final Countdown video myself as it may have been the second ever Meme Deck Monday. Actually, it was like number 2 or 3 or something. It's kind of funny. Gravekeepers and Pac-Man were early Meme Deck Monday episodes. And then I think the one where we first started going like super deep was Pirates. And then after that, it's just like completely changed what it means to be Meme Deck Monday. Originally, I was just kind of like picking decks from, the other meta discussion, casual meta discussion, stuff like that from GoFormat.com. And then I'm like, no. We can go much deeper than that. We're going to lead on the old terraforming here. Let's go grab a Legendary Ocean. I'm going to keep it in hand, though. The opponent knows about it, but I'm just going to go ahead and summon out Reflect Bounder, I think. Get in the most amount of damage possible here. The opponent actually just passed their turn, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what that means from the Final Countdown side of things, but we'll get in there with the Bounder. They gave me some time to talk about Meme Deck Monday. I appreciate that. All right, we get in for our 1700. And I'm just going to pass the turn. 63. So if we attack in next turn, we've got 34 plus 14, or 34 plus 16. That's not enough. It almost is. Almost have lethal in the next turn. From Mama Bear, maybe we draw into... Okay, well now it's going to the defensive position. Mobius, not bad. Do I want to take out the level limit or do I want to deal 1600? I think I'm just dealing 1600 here because it puts the opponent at 47. We've almost got it. Yeah, I'm just going to play out the ocean. I'm going to deal 1600. This can get us into Bugroth as well, which is pretty nice. Hiya. There's also the chance like we could tribute off this Reflect Bounder as well. I know Mobius is a big beater, but... I think it's worth it to keep my machine around because I do have limiter. Because like if I draw a limiter next turn, it's just over. United We Stand does it too. Mage Power. So put the opponent at 47. Keep our machine to go with this limiter, and we'll pass the turn. See if the opponent has anything else to say. They haven't played any of the traps like Threatening Roar, Frozen Soul. There's the final countdown. Okay, see, we have lethal with Reflect Bounder. Is it gonna work? Who knows? But the opponent hasn't played any of the traps out yet. So okay, there's one. I kind of don't want to play the Mobius into it, especially 2. A Tribe. Okay, well, I mean, Tribe's lethal too. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. If we run into Torrential Tribute, though, it's interesting. I'm going to do it. They may not be playing Torrential. Honestly, they probably are, but there's a chance that they don't. Tribe coming on down. Now I'm second guessing myself because of potential Mirror Force. It's lethal. I'm going to go for the lethal attack here. See if it works out. MST on Ocean. Okay, well that's a problem. All right. We will reset all of these stats and we will move all these things to defensive position. However, we do still have Mobius on the next turn. So, unless the opponent gets something like Threatening Roar, Thunder of Ruler, or something like that, then we should be good, but we are... The time is ticking on the final countdown. That is for sure. Oh, Bugroth. Okay, well, we have Ocean. So, I mean, when in doubt, Bugroth it out, right? Do I go Mobius here? Pops this. It protects me from, like, Dust Tornado stopping the attack. Yeah. Alright, let's sack the Reflect Bounder. Ask for a negate. If they do, they go to 1350, which makes both of these lethal attackers. Sorry, I didn't use my phases. My bad, my bad. That's very relevant here. We'll back up if they want to do something before this. I just was thinking about my Mobius play and just didn't cross my mind. Alright, 1350 you say. Here is a second copy of a Legendary Ocean. What do you got for this one? Okay. So, I'm going to go on with Mama Bear first, I think. Because this can pop like a Spirit Reaper or something. Frozen Soul, sure. Okay. So, skip this battle phase. Change all these here stats. Pass the turn. I guess I also have like a knock to deal with a Spirit Reaper. But in case they just like summon it out or whatever, I think it's fine to keep the tribe around. Yeah, we're on turn 5. So the opponent still has a little bit of a way to go. But we could be in some trouble here. I wish I'd left Decrees in the deck. That would have been nice, right? Let's go to battle phase one more time. Okay. In standby. I went through, okay. I went through those phases pretty slowly, but that's okay. Backing me up, it's totally fine. All right, we'll pass the turn. Another back row. We're on 7 now. Duo. Well. Alright, there's Thunder of Ruler. Okay. I'm just gonna move this on to defense. I don't think it really matters, but we'll pass the turn. We're on turn 9. We're just about halfway there. Halfway there to final countdown death. We do at least get to play the 20th turn. We're not dead on the 20th turn until it ends. Prohibition on Heavy Storm. All right. Breaker. Okay. All right. Breaker can force out one of those face down cards here. I have Trunade as well. Summon out Breaker. Yeah, let's just pop one of these. That one right there. 7 tools. All right. Happy to see that go. Put Mama Bear in attack position. And we'll go for this again. Yep, Frozen Soul. That's fine. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and duo. Get that one card out of here. We'll pass the turn. See what the opponent's got. I mean, they're going to need... Yep, we're on turn 11. They're going to need to, like, runner stuff. I guess I don't need to play around Mirror Force anymore, right? Yeah, I'll just switch this to attack position. Move to battle phase. Wabaku, sure. Pass the turn. Lucky number 13. Uh-huh. Okay, another back row. Another bug. I guess I can summon out Bug too, just in case one of those is like a scapegoat or something. Yeah, whatever. But they've shown other cards. Like, they've got 7 tools, they've got Solemn Judgment and stuff in their deck. Oh, they are going to Judgment the Bug. Okay. Interesting. So if this is a scapegoat, we win? Because we have Call of the Haunted down? Alright. I definitely could have been more aggressive with the bugs, but it is a scapegoat! We did it! We did it! We did it! Get back the bug! Get in there! Oh man, we took down Final Countdown. That was so good. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll summon this in case it is a scapegoat. And damn it, it was. All right, that was so fun. I definitely could have been more aggressive in some of those games, but like the opponent could definitely have torrential and Mirror Force, and like as long as I go to the battle phase, that's really all that matters. I get to pull all of these cards out from the opponent, just one by one. So I didn't feel the need to get super aggressive there. But now that I had the Call of the Haunted set, and it was basically, the Solemn Judgment's gone. They've got one card. It's like, well, I guess Solemn Judgment wasn't gone whenever I first summoned the Bugroth, but, we saw that, the opponent only had two, and I'm like, well, if they torrential now, then they literally have to keep top decking those traps every single turn because I can just keep going, Bugroth, Call of the Haunted, whatever. So yeah, I think it's totally fine. Like you could say maybe I'm supposed to summon a little bit more, but I think it's totally fine the way I sort of just played it a little bit conservatively and just went little pokes at a time, and then got it to a position where if it was Scapegoat as the only answer left, the opponent was just dead, and well, it was Scapegoat as the only answer left, and the opponent was just dead. So that's gonna do it for this one. Pretty long video, but we got some cool Bugroth stuff with this. We got to play against PACMAN and Final Countdown. Yeah, this is a hell of a video, hell of a week. I had so much fun with this. Hope you guys enjoyed. We'll be back with the next one.